Hey everyone. What if I told you that you are not primarily seeing the world? You are predicting it. And what you call reality is mostly your brain correcting its own mistakes. This sounds radical, even absurd. But over the past 2 decades, one of the most influential frameworks in neuroscience and cognitive science has proposed exactly this. The brain is fundamentally a prediction machine. From the work of Hermann von Helmholtz in the 19th century, who spoke of unconscious inference, to modern theorists like Carl Friston and Andy Clark, the idea has matured into what is often called predictive processing or the free energy principle. So tonight, I want to explore a provocative thesis. Your brain does not passively receive reality, it actively constructs it. And what you experience is the brain's best prediction minimized by error. So, point number one, the brain as a Bayesian engine. So, let's begin with a simple question. How does perception work? The traditional views say this: light hits your retina, signals travel to your visual cortex, the brain reconstructs what is out there. But predictive processing flips this model upside down. Instead of a bottom up system, the brain is fundamentally top down. It generates predictions about incoming sensory input. Then it compares those predictions to actual sensory signals. The difference between the prediction and the input is called prediction error. So your brain is constantly minimizing this error. Mathematically, this framework is often described using Bayesian inference, a statistical model of updating beliefs in light of new evidence. So, in short, the brain is constantly asking, what is the most likely cause of my sensory input? Perception is therefore a controlled hallucination constrained by sensory data. So you're not seeing reality directly, you're seeing your brain's best guess. Point number two, illusions reveal the machinery. If this sounds abstract, consider optical illusions. When you see a stationary image that appears to move, your sensory input hasn't changed, but your brain's predictions about motion, depth, or lightning fills in missing information. Illusions expose something profound. The brain is always predicting more than it receives. It assumes light comes from above, objects are solid, phases are symmetrical, the world is stable. Well, these assumptions are not conscious, they are embedded in neural hierarchies. Your cortex is structured in layers where higher levels send predictions downward and lower levels send errors upward. Perception is not a photograph, it is a negotiation. Now, we are down to part three. So, reality as error correction. So, here is the provocative line: reality for your brain is error. Why? Since This is because if your prediction perfectly match incoming input, there would be no signal to process, no error, no update. In predictive processing, surprise drives learning. The brain seeks to minimize surprise, or in, for instance, technical language, to minimize free energy. When something unexpected happens, a loud bang, or a strange phrase, or a violation of expectation, your brain rapidly updates its model. Learning is error reduction over time. Perception is prediction constrained by error. Now, part number 4, the body, emotion, and the world. Predictive processing is not limited to vision. It extends to pain, emotion, movement, and interoception, which is internal bodily awareness, interoception, INTROCPTION, interoception. Consider pain. Research inspired by predictive coding suggests pain is not simply a signal from damaged tissue. It is a prediction about bodily threat. This helps explain phantom limb pain, placebo effects, chronic pain without visible injury. Similarly, emotions may be predictions about bodily states. Your brain predicts this pattern of arousal plus context, which equals fear. Emotion is not just reaction, it is interpretation of what you feel. Your brain predicts what your body means. So, as in part 5, action as prediction controlled. Here is where things become even more radical. Your brain does not just passively reduce error by updating beliefs. It can also reduce error by acting. If your prediction is, well, there should be coffee in my hand, here, there should be coffee in my hand. What you can do is, you can revise your belief, there's no coffee, or there's no coffee in here, or like just now I did, move my body to get coffee. So actions becomes aware of minimizing prediction error. So in this framework, perception and action are two sides of the same computational loop. You don't just perceive the world, you enact the world your brain predicts. So part 6, when prediction goes wrong. If perception is prediction constrained by error, what happens when prediction dominates error? Some researchers argue that hallucinations may result from overly strong top-down predictions. Well, in conditions like schizophrenia, predictions may override sensory correction. The brain insists something is there, and so it is experienced. Likewise, anxiety may reflect exaggerated threat predictions. Depression may reflect rigid negative priors about the world. Mental health may in part be about the flexibility of predictive models. So part number 7, philosophical shockwaves. If predictive processing is correct, it challenges classical realism. You're not passively assessing a pre-given world. You are actively constructing it. But does that mean reality is subjective? Not exactly. The world constrains you through error. You cannot hallucinate gravity away. Perdition must bow to correction. This is a dynamic realism. Reality exists, but if it is assessed indirectly through probabilistic modeling. In this sense, your conscious experience is neither pure fiction nor pure fact. It is a best guess model under uncertainty. So part number 8, implications for AI. So what are the implications for AI? Interestingly, predictive principles are shaping artificial intelligence. Modern machine learning systems rely on generative models, probabilistic inference, error minimization. Yet, today's AI still lacks embodied predictive loops in the way biological organisms possess them. Isn't it wonderful? Your brain predicts not only images, it predicts hunger, social rejection, future outcomes, moral expectations, so on and so forth. And it is embedded in a living body. And prediction in humans is survival driven. So, part 10, the existential turn. Now, let us turn inward. If your brain is always predicting, then who are you? You are not a detached observer of reality. You are a dynamic model constantly updating itself. Your identity may be a high level prediction about your past, your social role, your future, your future trajectory, even the self may be a prediction. Sounds a bit inclusive, yet intriguing, yet bizarre, right? A stable narrative model minimizing surprise across time. So, as a closing for this video, for this teaching, the humbling insight, let me leave you with this. Right now, as you sit here, your brain is predicting the sound of my voice. Wow, her sound sweet, her sound precisive, or her sound is indicative. Or your brain is predicting the feel of your chair, the meaning of my words, and the way you look at your computer screen or your phone screen, or your experience is not the world itself. It is your brain's best attempt to stay one step ahead of it. And every time reality surprises you, every time you're wrong, you become more accurate. In that sense, error is not failure. Error is the engine of understanding. Your brain is a prediction machine. And reality is the correction that keeps you honest. Thank you. And from this video, I hope you learned something out of it and have a lovely and blessed night to all of you. Bye.